Field, about 5 minutes away from the opening kickoff tonight. Steve, is your starting lineups. They're being brought to you by Southwestern Gastrointestinal Specialists in Uniontown. Problems with the digestive tract or no picnic? Get help today. Call SWGI in Uniontown at 724-437-7677. Here's Steve.
Okay, for the Falcons on defense, going with a 3-4 look. Left to right, number 76, Aiden Teeter. Nose guard is number 77, Sean Hendricks. And the right defensive end is number 56, Christopher Climbs. Linebackers left to right, Mario Grayson, number 58, Hunter Pahelic, number 7, and Xavier Thomas, number 2, and Cameron Howard, number 26. Defensive backs left to right, number 3, Rashawn Walker, number 6, Antoine Black, and number 22, Bryce Harabik, and number 4, A.J. Evans. For the Mustangs on offense, going at left tackles, number 53, Colton Cole, number 54, left guard, Billy Barton. Center is Caleb Glebus, he's number 67. Number 55, Jaden Tucker, right guard. Right tackle, A.J. Sumter, number 50, and the tight end is Caden Friel, number 12. Quarterback, number 2, Rodney Gallagher. Running back is number 4, Matt Lucas. We have at backup running back, Joe Chambers. At wide receivers, Keandre DeShields is a wide receiver, number 9. Tajai Hooper, number 15. And, of course, the running back is number 4, Eric Allen. And fullback is John Deek, number 52. Defensively or offensively for Brownsville, left tackle is Christopher Climbs, number 56. Left guard is Mario Grayson, number 58. Center is Michael Ullery, number 87. Andrew Frazee is number 51, right guard. And the right tackle is Aiden Teeter, number 76. Quarterback number 7, Hunter Pahelic. Wide receivers are Rashawn Walker, number 3, A.J. Evans, number 4, and Bryce Harabik, number 22. Running back is Antoine Black, and the fullback is Xavier Thomas. For the Mustangs on defense, number 12, Caden Friel, the left end. Left tackle is John Deek, number 52. Right, the nose guard is Jaden Tucker, number 55. And the right defensive is A.J. Sumter, number 50. Linebackers from left to right, number 10, Brian Yorchik, and number 18, Dan Carney, and number 4, Eric Allen. And the cornerbacks and defensive backs are number 15, Tajai Hooper, number 15. Number 11, Leyland Lehu is the safety. The free safety is number 9, Keandre DeShields. And the right cornerback is number 2, Rodney Gallagher.
We're back in 90 seconds with the opening kickoff. Brownsville hosting Laurel Highlands for historic Redstone Field here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Does your car sound like it's saying, "Trade me in, trade me in," every time you start it up? Well, go to Ford of Uniontown and trade it in. That's right, your Uniontown Ford dealer is ready to assist you with a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV purchase. Ford of Uniontown has all the deals, all the inventory, and they are ready to deal. It has never been a better time to buy a Ford. Service is their top priority. No matter where you purchase your Ford car or truck, Ford of Uniontown will be happy to service it for you. They offer Ford-trained technicians, Ford-certified parts and service, 1-year, 12,000-mile parts warranties, and new state-of-the-art service equipment. Call or stop in today to see the hometown service of Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 West across from Applebee's. So listen to your car the next time you hear it say, "Trade me in, trade me in." Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 at the top of the hill.
For attorney Melinda Della Rose, helping people with compassionate counseling, candid legal advice, strong advocacy, and professional commitment is what she does best. With an office at 99 East Main Street in downtown Uniontown, attorney Della Rose specializes in family law, municipal law, and general civil litigation, as well as personal injury, estate planning, probate, and more. For more information, call attorney Melinda Della Rose, 724-437-3200, 724-437-3200, or online at DellaRoseLaw.com.
Just about set to go. Captains making their way out to the center of the field at the 50-yard line. Mustangs in their away whites with blue numbers, red trim, blue pants, and a little white trim on those pants. Brownsville in their home blacks with, is that white numbers, Steve, or gold numbers? Hard to tell with the sun right in my face right now.
White numbers trimmed in gold.
Gold, correct. And captain shaking hands right here. Laurel Highlands leads the all-time series 15-10-1 with Brownsville. This is the 27th all-time meeting and the first time the schools have played since 1995 when Laurel Highlands defeated Brownsville 15-14. The last time Brownsville beat the Mustangs back in 1992, a 6-0 win. In fact, from the 89 playoff win that Brownsville had over Laurel Highlands until 92, Brownsville won 4 straight in the series. Brownsville won the toss and they've deferred, so they want the ball in the second half. So the Mustangs will get it first, working right to left as we describe it.
You think they would probably take the ball the way this is most likely going to go, but you would think they'd, get first crack on offense.
And the grass here, Steve, pretty high as well. I think Brownsville grew it up a little bit just to maybe slow down the Mustangs.
Reminds me of Penn State. Used to do that back in the day. They used to let that grass grow a little longer.
Mustangs, Rodney Gallagher going back deep on the right side. And the Falcons will get set to kick off. Mustangs trying to get back to the WPIAL playoffs for the first time since 2015 when they lost to Central Valley in the first round. Brownsville has not been to the WPIAL playoffs since 2000 when they lost a 20-19 decision against East Allegheny.
Now, a team this big of an underdog, you got to watch for anything here, Brian. I'd almost consider an onside kick, to be honest with you, just shake it up a little bit.
It'll be Christopher Climbs to kick it off for Brownsville. Climbs actually the left tackle for the Falcons, also does the kicking duties. And we'll get this matchup underway. Laurel Highlands and Brownsville meeting for the first time in 26 years. And Climbs with a run-up, and we have flags come down. Might have been offsides there on the kickoff, Steve.
I don't know. The official behind the play, behind the kicker, threw the flag right away as he started. Maybe he started too early.
You do have a nice crowd, though, here for the game today.
Yeah, decent crowd. Nice, friendly facility here, snack bar. Old school prices, too.
Yes.
Historic prices.
We got 2 hot dogs and a drink for what, $5?
$3.
Oh, $3. Wow.
Yeah, I was only going to get 1 hot dog and a drink, and it was $2. I said, well, why not get an extra dog? Always like to sample the local dogs.
Yes.
What did you think of them? Pretty good. How about the pizza?
It was good, too.
Yeah.
And it'll be Climbs to send it away now from the 35 after the 5-yard penalty. And we'll get this one underway.
Now, Rodney Gallagher needs to move way up. I mean, that last kick, I know he got under a little bit, but he didn't get much on it.
And Climbs with a run-up, and it's going to be angled here on the near side. It goes past Ryan Pyro, who will retreat and scoop it up at the 20s, at the 25-30. Here's Pyro with a seam. Look out here, and Pyro lowers the shoulder and gets down to the 44-yard line, and that's where Laurel Highlands will start 1st and 10, again led by Rodney Gallagher, the 5'11", 170-pound junior quarterback. Gallagher so far this season throwing the football, 14 of 22 for 174 yards, 2 touchdowns and an interception. He's also ran the ball 22 times for 269 yards and 5 touchdowns. And the Mustangs heavy favorites coming in, trying to get to 3-0 on a season for the first time since 1976. And we'll start with twin receivers to the near side. One lone wide out to the far side. Gallagher out of the gun. Eric Allen to his left. It's a play fake. Rod pulls it down, looks to run. He gets into Brownsville territory. Look out here. Rod's loose inside the 30, and he's going to take it to the house. Rodney Gallagher will score the opening touchdown on the opening play from scrimmage, going 55 yards for Laurel Highlands. Score just 20 seconds in.
Just faked it to Allen, and a couple of Brownsville players tried to tackle Allen, and nobody went after Gallagher, who had the football. And like you said, just nobody's going to catch him when he gets out in the open field.
Laurel Highlands taking a 6-0 lead, just 20 seconds into the game.
One play.
One play, first play from scrimmage. Now Harry Radcliffe trots out for the Mustang extra points. That high grass didn't slow down Gallagher. Line drive kick is good. So 20 seconds in, it's Laurel Highlands 7, Brownsville nothing. We're back in 60 seconds here on the C.R. Brada Group High School Sports Night.
Get blown away with the savings at Riverside Family Market. Now through Wednesday, score big savings with boneless, skinless chicken breast, just $2.49 a pound. Check out the 10 for $10 mix and match specials. And in Riverside's produce department, Idaho potatoes, 5 pounds, $1.99. Deli specials include honeysuckle turkey breast, $4.99 a pound. And bakery specials include a fall favorite, freshly baked pumpkin cookies, just $3.99. Riverside Family Market in Grindstone and Point Marion. Shop Monday through Saturday until 8, Sunday till 5.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Harry Radcliffe to kick off after Rodney Gallagher 55-yard touchdown run on Laurel Highlands opening play from scrimmage. And Radcliffe angles it here on the near side. It's going to go to Antoine Black at the 9-yard line. The freshman has the 20, bounces off a couple of tacklers with a flag on the play. He'll be gang tackled at the 23-yard line, and there's laundry everywhere, Steve.
Usually that's a block in the back, some kind of clip or something like that.
I mentioned how young this Brownsville team is. Hunter Pelahak, the quarterback, only a freshman. Tailback Antoine Black, also a freshman. And you have Bryce Horobic, one of the starting wide receivers, the X. He's a freshman. You also have 2 freshman starters on the offensive line, the center Michael Olery and the left tackle Chris Climbs.
I mean, think about that. These kids should be playing freshman ball, and they're playing against
4A team that's 2-0.
Yeah.
Even with the flags thrown, Steve, they haven't marked anything off. Well, now they're going to mark it off. It's going to be a holding penalty here against Brownsville. And that'll push the football back to the Falcons' 13-yard line. 11:32 left here in the opening quarter. With this being historic, Steve, they didn't have the capabilities for us to plug in our score hub, so we don't have the time on the screen for you folks watching on Facebook Live. We'll try to keep you posted as Pelahak works out of the gun, and this is going to be actually a wildcat look here to Black, and safety. Black going nowhere. Might be a safety. Let's see if they give him forward progress.
They probably will, probably on the
forward progress to the 1. So it still goes as a loss of 12 yards on the play. So they went with a direct snap going back to Black instead of the quarterback Pelahak, and he lost 12, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 22. From the 1. This has safety written all over it, Steve, as Pelahak works now out of a semi-loaded pistol. Brownsville working left to right as we describe it. Pelahak takes the snap, inside handoff, and
it is a safety.
Hit in the end zone and tackled for what should be a safety, and they're going to rule the safety there as Antoine Black tackled in the end zone. So it'll be 9-0 Mustangs. Black tackled here at the 10:46 mark of the opening quarter. So the Mustangs will get it on the free kick, up 9-0 when we come back. 10:46 left here in the first. 9-0 Mustangs are back in 60 here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night.
For farm fresh dairy products produced, processed, packaged, and sold right here, stop in Jackson Farms Dairy Store, Route 40 at Briar Hill. Check out delicious hot deli items at Jackson's. Eat in or take out. Jackson Farms Dairy Store, featuring quality dairy products. The most delectable homemade ice cream you'll ever eat, and you can play the Pennsylvania Lottery. Best of luck to the Brownsville Falcons for a great season from Jackson Farms.
Farm fresh milk, straight off the farm. Jackson Farms.
When it's time to service your vehicle, don't procrastinate. Call Rose Motors at 724-583-1944. Rose Motors, specializing in computer diagnostics, engine and electrical problems, brake service, electronic tune-ups, air conditioning repair, exhaust work, state inspection, and more. Looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? See Rose Motors, where financing is also available. Rose Motors, 42 River Avenue in Masontown. Serving the area for 3 generations. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, Saturday by appointment.
Climbs his kick, goes to Eric Allen at midfield, and Allen on the free kick return takes it deep into Brownsville territory down to the 25-yard line. This game, Steve, couldn't have been scripted any better to start for Laurel Highlands.
I got, 4 plays? Not even 4 plays, and they got 9 points.
They'll start
One
this drive.
One offensive play and two offensive plays for Brownsville. 3 plays, they got 9 points.
10:39 left here in the opening quarter. Laurel Highlands already up 9-0.
Not counting the kicks.
And Billy's manually keeping the score today, and this might be tougher than a basketball game for him here. With the way the Mustangs are running up and down the field. Looks like an official's timeout here from the far sidelines.
They're moving the football a yard. Yep.
Up to the 25. So 1st and 10 here for Laurel Highlands. They've scored on their only play from scrimmage so far, and Rodney with an inside handoff now to Eric Allen, and Allen gets 4 down to the 21. Again, Allen graduated from, or actually did not graduate, transferred from Brownsville in the offseason, Steve. They're trying to get him eligible for the WPIAL playoffs. As of right now, he is not eligible.
Wow.
But they're working on that.
What's there to work on? Either he's here or either he's in or he's out.
I guess
right?
there was some paperwork that had to be cleaned up a little bit. Let's put it that way. 2nd and 6 now from the Brownsville 21. Gallagher with a little jet sweep going here to Hooper inside the 15, inside the 10, breaks a tackle inside the 5 and gets down to the 2-yard line. So it's Ajay Hooper setting up a 1st and goal here for Laurel Highlands. Some nice running there, Steve, between the tackles for the Mustangs.
Here comes Deke. Number
fullback.
52. Yeah, he's placed fullback on offense.
Bring him in for these short yardage situations. Gallagher under center, Deke the fullback, Allen the tailback, and Rod takes the snap, pitch going back to Allen, maybe a halfback option pass, trying to get to the edge, flag on the play, and they're going to pull Allen down at the 4-yard line with multiple flags down.
Going to be a hold on Deke, I bet. I'm guessing.
They're trying to go to the bag of tricks there on the halfback option pass.
Yep.
They actually stopped Allen for a 2-yard loss on the play. They'll mark it off. They call that, Steve, an illegal block in the back. And they'll push this back to the 16-yard line.
Right.
So a little work for the Mustangs to do here.
You're right. He looked like he was going to try to throw that. And that's probably just something to put on tape for some of your opponents later on.
Yeah, just show it.
Yep.
Keandre DeShields split out to the far side, triple left formation. You have Chambers, Pyro, and Hooper to the left side. Gallagher out of the gun. Allen to his right, takes the snap. Hands off to Eric Allen on the near side. Inside the 15, gets down to the 10s, keeping those legs churning. And he'll be stopped there at the 10-yard line. So a 6-yard pickup for Eric Allen. That'll bring up 2nd and goal now from the 10-yard line with 9:10 left here in the opening quarter. And Laurel Highlands already up 9-0, looking for more on their 2nd offensive drive of the game.
Pretty good job of tackling by the Falcons there to kind of swarm to the football.
Now 2nd and goal from the 10. The ball on the left hash mark. Gallagher out of the shotgun. Triple right formation. Allen off to his left. Joe Chambers lone wide out to the left side as Rod takes the snap. Looks Chambers' way. Nothing there. Rolls out to the far side. Directs traffic. And a little quick in and has a man for a touchdown. It's Keandre DeShields. And Laurel Highlands up now 15-0 here at the 8:38 mark of the opening quarter.
Pretty easy. Just Keandre just kind of settled in the little slot area, kind of found an open area, and as Gallagher was kind of strolling to his right, just was able to just toss it to him.
Score occurring at the 8:38 mark of the opening quarter. Now Radcliffe to add the extra points. Clean snap comes back. Harry puts it down. Kick up on the way and good. It's a 16-0 lead for Laurel Highlands over Brownsville. 8:38 left here in the first, and we're back in 60 here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Tonight.
People make all kinds of mistakes with life insurance, like having some coverage but not enough to keep the family in the house, or only having life insurance through work and then losing their job. Want to avoid those mistakes? Call Allstate agent Russ Flaho at 724-439-9700. Russ Flaho can help you get the coverage your family needs at an affordable price. Are you in good hands? Call Uniontown Allstate agent Russ Flaho today and ask for a complimentary life insurance review. Life insurance offered by Allstate Life Insurance Company in Norfolk, Illinois, and Lincoln Benefit Life Company, Lincoln, Nebraska.
Lease Plumbing and Excavating, helping area residents with residential and commercial plumbing, gas, electric, and water lines, along with paving, concrete, and excavation site work for over 30 years. Building a new home, Lee's does utility installation of water, gas, and sewage lines. Lee's does maintenance work on all existing homes, too. Call 724-245-2950. That's 724-245-2950 for your quote. Lee's wishes all the area football teams good luck this season from Lee's Plumbing and Excavating.
We're back here at historic Redstone Field, all Laurel Highlands, and that's putting it lightly. A 16-0 lead for the Mustangs, the latest score. Rodney Gallagher, a 10-yard touchdown pass to Keandre DeShields. Now the kickoff going back to Antoine Black from the 15-yard line, and Black breaking a couple of tackles, and he'll get up to the 30-yard line, so Brownsville will start 1st and 10. The last Mustang drive, a 4-play, 25-yard drive that took 2:01 off the clock. Again, Gallagher to DeShields, 10-yard touchdown pass, extra point added by Harry Radcliffe. Now Brownsville, Steve, who went the wrong way on their opening drive, ended with Antoine Black tackled in the end zone for a safety. Ran just 2 plays. Black went back 10 yards on the opening play after getting a snap back from a Wildcat formation. And now Hunter Pelahak operating out of the shotgun with a protector back to each side, and he's going to put it up. Rolls to the near side. Pelahak with some time, little quick outs, and that pass is complete. Going to another freshman, Bryce Horobic, right at the 35-yard line for a 5-yard pickup to bring up 2nd down and 5. So freshman to freshman there, Steve. Pelahak to Horobic.
Well, they don't put heights and weights on their the Brownsville roster, but
might be for a reason.
He has to be the smallest kid we've seen play varsity football in a while.
There's a Pelahak, Steve. Angela Pelahak. That was a pretty good basketball player here at Brownsville about 10 years ago. Not sure if Hunter is any relation, but they've been an athletic family through the years. 2nd and 5. Pelahak again out of the gun. Low snap coming back, tries to regain. Hands off to Black. Black in trouble, trying to turn the corner. And after the 5-yard pickup on 1st down, they'll lose 5, maybe 6 here on 2nd down to bring up 3rd down and 11.
Yeah, that play got off to a bad start. The snap, as you said, rolled. It was a kind of a roly-poly back to the quarterback, and he was able to just hand it to his halfback.
You don't get those pleasant rolls on the high grass here either.
No, the grass looks good from a distance, but I got the new pair of binocs here, Brian, and it looks a little choppy in spots.
They're going to go back to the Wildcat quarterback here with Antoine Black. We'll call this 3rd and 10. Triple right formation, 7:32 left here in the opening quarter. Black takes the snap. He's going to put it up. Black will heave it out deep on the far side, and the Mustangs almost picked that off. You had both Hooper there along with the Mustangs' number 5, Matt Lucas, and both could have had an interception there for the Mustangs defensively.
I think they collided.
Correct.
A little bit there and just kind of.
Where somebody needs to yell same team.
Yeah.
Now 4th and 10. Think they'll punt here, Steve?
Yes, they're lining up to punt.
The punter is Anthony Evans. He's standing back at the 19-yard line. Mustangs with Gallagher back deep to receive at the Laurel Highlands 45. Don't see any play clocks here in that Redstone Field. Now Evans with the kick. Sounded like it might have been partially blocked, but it'll go out of bounds here at the Brownsville 48. The Mustangs will start 1st and 10, up 16-0. We're back in 30 seconds here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
When you need a vaccine, look to Peachin Pharmacy as a partner in your health. Peachin Pharmacy has all of the COVID-19 vaccines, including boosters, at no cost to you. They also have the shingles and pneumonia vaccine. Schedule online, by phone, or just walk in. When you are ready, get your vaccine at Peachin Pharmacy, located in downtown Connellsville.
Peachin Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
Mustangs starting this drive from the Brownsville 48, up 16-0, working right to left as we described it. 7:16 left here in the opening quarter. Quick screen going to Eric Allen. Blockers out in front. Allen down the near sideline. Cut back at the 35, and he'll get brought down by his ankles after fumbling the football out of bounds. Now the tackle defensively there for Brownsville, Anthony Evans, number 4.
Well, he definitely fumbled it, but it, like you said, it went right out of bounds.
Sun now beginning to set.
Yeah, we couldn't see for a while there. The sun was directly in our face, but now it's pleasant.
Got dark real quick.
Yes, it did.
Lights now on. That was a first down. Went as a 15-yard. Check that 18-yard pickup for the Mustangs. Down to the 30-yard line, and now Gallagher 1st and 10 as Ryan Pyro comes in motion. He'll get it on the jet sweep, coming far side. Pyro inside the 30-25. Pyro cuts back at the 15, still on his feet and brought down at the 9-yard line. 21-yard run for Ryan Pyro.
Yeah, you're going to see probably some Mustang players that normally might not get carries are going to get some looks tonight. I would think Coach Colesart's just going to, he's got to use some of the younger guys tonight, give them some meaningful reps for possibly later in the year when you need somebody.
6:45 left here in the opening quarter. Laurel Highlands up 16-0, looking for more. 1st and 10 from the Brownsville 10-yard line. Gallagher out of the shotgun. Allen off to his left. 3 receivers, 2 to the near side. A little play fake, quick screen, near side. Pass complete. Matt Lucas inside the 10, inside the 5, and Matt Lucas into the end zone for a Mustang touchdown from 9 yards out.
Yeah, it looks like a backyard game, Brian. They're scoring like every other time they touch the ball.
Second touchdown pass of the game for Rodney Gallagher. Also ran one in. And Steve, we've yet to play 6 minutes. 6:29 left here in the opening quarter. The Mustangs making this one look extremely easy. Up 22-0. Now Radcliffe to add another extra point. Snap comes back and the kick goes through. 23-0. Laurel Highlands over Brownsville. 6:29 left here in the first. And we're back in 60 seconds here on the C.R. Barana Group High School Sports Night.
Our customers can drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox for only $259 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit charperchevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is for GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly for $3,000 cash rate equity down with GM Lease Loyalty or GM Lease Conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Sale ends September 30th, 2021. Plus supplies last. Call dealer for all other details at 724-929-8000.
Where can you go these days and have your gas pumped for you? Oil checks and windshield clean. Joby's Golf. That's where. Joby's Golf is conveniently located at the corner of Fayette and Beeson Boulevard. Joby's Golf is a fast, friendly, full-service gas station serving the Uniontown area in the same location for over 47 years. Joby's Golf offers blockout services, general repairs, tire repair, fenced-in storage lots, state inspection, golf products, and AAA 24-hour car and light truck towing service. Call 724-438-0681.
Back here at historic Redstone Field, Laurel Highlands adding another touchdown on. Rodney Gallagher to Matt Lucas. 10-yard touchdown pass. Radcliffe handing the extra point score occurring at the 6:29 mark of the opening quarter. And another kickoff going back deep to Black here from the 10-yard line. Black on the run back down the near sidelines and run out of bounds. They'll rule him out here at the 21, and that's where Brownsville will start 1st and 10. But the game script going the wrong way for the Falcons. In fact, Steve, they have negative 13 offensive yards so far in this game.
Yeah, well, we knew it was going to be tough. I don't think we envisioned it being this difficult. But, you got to give them credit. They're trying, but they're basically playing with a lot of freshmen and sophomores out there. And this is like a freshman team against a varsity team. This is pretty tough. That's pretty tough at this level.
They scheduled a lot of local games this year, the first couple of weeks of the season, going with some more geographical rivalries. But the Mustangs certainly have better numbers and a more experienced team. And here's Black taking the direct snap, rolling out to the far side. Black turning the corner. And he'll get a positive gain here, 3, maybe 4 across the 25 up to the 26-yard line. You always get to the point, though, in this game, Steve, you root for Brownsville to do good things because you feel bad for their kids.
Well, you just like to see good football, and
Correct.
The kids want to play, and it's just like you said, they're just overmatched, Brian. It's not that they're terrible. I mean, they just don't have the size and the speed to keep up with the Mustangs. It's just going to be a long day.
This is one of the better crowds I've seen for a high school football game in quite some time. You look at the student section going with the camo here tonight.
Well, it's a beautiful night. It's in the low, probably in the high 60s now. It's probably going to be dipping to the mid 60s before it's over.
Brownsville now a 2nd and 6. 5:28 left here in the opening quarter.
Timeout, Brownsville.
Need to avoid a delay of game penalty, so we'll take one as well. Back in 60, 23-0 Mustangs, 5:25 left here in the first. We're back in 60 on the CR Barada Group High School Sports Night.
Go mobile with First Federal of Greene County. Get security and convenience with First Federal's updated app. Turn off lost or stolen credit cards, check balances, manage card limits, deposit checks, pay bills. All with the swipe of your finger. Don't forget the Card Valet mobile app to further protect your debit card. Visit the Apple App Store or Google Play to download the app. Visit firstfederalofgreene.com for more information. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 458729.
Sam Davis was a gift from heaven. He knows the law and the court system unlike anyone else I've ever met or seen. Sam helped me get through the federal court system with the best possible outcome.
Davis & Davis, personal injury and workers' comp.
We at Davis & Davis are humbled by what our clients have to say about us. If you've been injured, call me, Jim Davis, for a free consultation. We have been helping injured people for over 40 years. Call 724-437-2799.
5:25 left here in the opening quarter. Brownsville with a football. It's 2nd and 7 from the Laurel Highlands 26-yard line after the Falcons timeout. Pelahak back as the quarterback. Another low snap coming back. Hunter will roll here to the near side, pull it down, look to run, turns the corner, has the 30, and heads right out of bounds at the 33-yard line, and should have enough, Steve, for the first Brownsville first down of the night.
There you go. And Brian, there are some people here rooting for the Mustangs, but there are people back home listening that are rooting for Brownsville as well. As you know, my buddy Marcus Andra is going to golf with him tomorrow. He's a Brownsville guy. He said go Brownsville. So,
and you're playing in the Uniontown Open tomorrow.
Playing with him and our buddy Harrison Lasky.
Nice. From Potter's Bar and Grill, one of our video sponsors tonight, along with Somerset Trust Company. The best of luck to you guys. I think they have you, Steve, at about 200 to 1 for tomorrow. So might have an uphill battle. Flags come in here.
I'm
right as the whistle.
I'm just playing to have fun with my buddies.
I'd have to think Harrison, one of the favorites going in.
Oh, yeah.
So what do we got here, Steve?
Well, it looked like a false start. Something.
The whistles came in, but it looks like the play's going to count.
They moving it, yep.
They have second down on the down sticks and on the scoreboard, but the whistles appear to come in right off the snap.
One of the few fields that they could get a player get lost in that far end zone to our right,
yes.
Brian. There's some heavy brushes over there, heavy shrubbery.
That first down play is going to count. One is a loss of 5, and they got Black back and a semi-loaded pistol rolling out to the far side. Again, trying to turn the corner, and Black at the 30 lowers the shoulder. Big hit there as he got nailed out of bounds at the 32-yard line. You had Brian Yorchik there.
Chambers.
For Laurel Highlands and Joey Chambers.
Chambers was the one that put the big stick on him.
And they ruled him out, Steve, at the 32. It's only about a 2-yard gain on the play. Bring up 3rd down and 13. 4:01 left here in the opening quarter. And due to the old-style scoreboard they have here at Redstone Field, we don't have the time and down and distance on your screen if you're watching the Facebook Live feed. We do have the score, thanks to Billy Dice.
We were joking around in the press box. They kept saying historic. That's just another word for old.
3rd and 13. Here's Black again. Rolling out to the near side. Flag on the play. They're coming after him. Black trying to turn the corner as a 35-40. Another big hit. And that time lay in the wood, Ben Wilson.
Yeah, this one's going to come back probably, unless it's a hands to the face by the Mustangs. But
when is an 11-yard gain?
Yeah. You would think that the officials would go a little easier, but they're not on Brownsville.
We had over 200 yards of penalties last week in that Laurel Highlands Southmoreland game.
Yeah, they were flag happy last week, but this one's going to come back. That's going to be about a 30-yard penalty if you added up the gain minus where the flag came in.
Steve, back in Uniontown at Bill Power Stadium, the Uniontown Red Raiders have the lead tonight, 7-6 over Carrick.
Wow.
In the first quarter, trying to snap a 35-game losing streak. So Uniontown up early on, 7-6. So good luck to the Red Raiders. That'll be the first of 2 meetings between the Red Raiders of Uniontown and the Carrick Raiders. They'll meet down at Couples Stadium on October the 15th. So after the Brownsville penalty, it's 3rd and 25. Football now back at the 19-yard line, and Black's going to put it up again and has Mustangs all around him, and he'll get converged upon there by the Mustangs' Caleb Glebus, 67, and Ben Wilson, number 7. So give both Glebus and Wilson a half a sack apiece, and it'll be 4th down and long. And 3:03 left here in the first. I have to thank Uniontown basketball coach Rob Kesmarski for passing along those scoring updates to us. He's watching our broadcast while attending the Uniontown Carrick game tonight, so we thank Rob.
And technology great.
Yes, it is.
That's a flag on Brownsville. That's 12 guys in the huddle. They broke the huddle, then one of them goes to the sideline. Can't do that. That'll be a 5-yarder and dead ball foul, so it'll push him back another 5, so it'll be
4th and 35.
4th and 35, yes.
Line of scrimmage now, the Brownsville 9-yard line. Next week, Steve, the conference season opens up for Laurel Highlands, and we're at Joe Montana Stadium in Carroll Township next week. Mustangs and the Ringgold Rams.
I love that press box.
I think we're all the way up this year.
Yeah, I know.
All the way up this year.
Afraid of heights. Everybody, you know that.
Snap coming back to Evans. Left foot into the ball. Short kick. It's going to go here. It's a Gallagher at the 39. Rod at the 35. At the 30, cuts back to the right. Spin move, has a couple of blockers. Looking for room on the far side, 25-20. Rod at the 15-10, and Rod trying to tiptoe the far sideline. He's going to be ruled out of bounds at the 6-yard line. But another highlight reel run back for Rodney Gallagher. That was pretty, Steve.
Yes, it was.
Now the Mustangs will try to punch it in. We'll start this drive with a 1st and goal. 2:25 left here in the opening quarter, already up 23-0. They break the huddle, triple left formation. Gallagher out of the shotgun, Eric Allen to his left. Single coverage on the far side. Keandre DeShields with A.J. Evans on him as Gallagher takes the snap. Handoff going there to Allen, and Allen at half speed, able to score on the far side, increase the Laurel Highlands lead to 29-0. So Allen playing here at Redstone Field where he played last year for Brownsville, scoring on the run from 5 yards out, and the lead now increased to 29-0.
Well, pretty soon you got to think that Coach Colsar will probably, you'd think he'd take his foot off the gas, and the only way he could do that really is just take some of his starters out.
Radcliffe now for the extra points, and he'll blast another one through to increase the lead to 30-0. Laurel Highlands over Brownsville. 2:19 left here in the first, and we're back at 60 seconds here in the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair. Currently in their 58th year of providing quality, reliable service to the community, Ted Silva & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They will gladly blueprint your vehicle for repair, and they will work with your insurance company. With a paint booth that utilizes the environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Silva & Son not only cares for our community and our children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it is the goal of Ted Silva & Son to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way possible. Family owned and operated for 58 years. Call 724-437-2351 for Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair, LLC. Proud to support local high school sports.
Back here at Redstone Field, Mustangs kicking off again with Harry Radcliffe, whose foot might be a little sore right now, Stephen, on a line drive kick. Picked up here at the 30-yard line. On the run back there for Brownsville is Cameron Howard, and Howard takes it back to the 41. That's where Brownsville will start 1st and 10 with 2:14 left here in the opening quarter. Laurel Highlands on top 30-0. It'll be the best field position that Brownsville's had all night. Falcons just 1 first down so far in the game. We've seen both Pelahak and Antoine Black see some action at quarterback so far for Brownsville. And this drive starting from the Falcons' 43 on the near hash mark. It'll be Pelahak, the quarterback, protector back to each side, twin receivers to the far side. Horbick, the freshman, the lone wide out to the near side. As Pelahak takes the snap, they're coming after him up the middle, scrambles out to the near side, pulls it down, looks to run, and gets out of bounds at the 40-yard line. He'll lose 3 on the play to bring up 2nd down and 13. Is that confirmed, Steve?
Tony just gave it to me. I don't know.
I saw a note here that...
It's on the internet. It must be true.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
But a report here that Marcus Thomas, who was the Penn State Fayette's basketball coach and also played at Uniontown, was hired by Mount Aloysius as their new head coach. So congratulations, Marcus, if that's true. Also, longtime Penn State Fayette athletic director Lou Zadecki recently took a new job in the city of Pittsburgh as well.
Well, if it's on the internet,
so 2nd and 13. Pelahak out of a semi-loaded pistol. Takes the snap, play fake, rolls out to the far side. And Pelahak in some trouble here and threw it back to one of the linemen. I think that was a forward pass. It should be an ineligible receiver. And Pelahak got nailed. And he's slow in getting up.
I don't think the official noticed it was an ineligible receiver.
Pass went there to Nathan Hoschel.
I don't even know if the LH coaches are even complaining about it, to be honest with you, because they lost yardage.
He went all the way back to the 29-yard line.
They might decline it because he was, you know what I mean? It was a loss of.
Correct. Did Pelahak get off the field all right, Steve? Now they're going to throw a flag down.
He is. Yes, he's off the field.
We're going to have Antoine Black now as the quarterback. 3rd and 23. They threw a late flag down.
Yeah, they did throw it for the ineligible receiver.
And this might actually be, Stephen, forced from the end of the play. So you're going to march it back from the 29. That's a loss of down as well back to the 24. So it's still enforced from the end of the play, and that'll be 3rd down and 28 now. With 1:28 left here in the opening quarter.
Pelahak looks like he's okay. He's over there getting a sip of water out of a squirt bottle there. But he's trainers chatting with him, but they don't look too concerned.
Antoine Black back in at quarterback again from a semi-loaded pistol. Twin receivers to the near side, run all the way. Black trying to turn the corner here on the near side, can't get to the edge. Good tackle defensively from DeMonte Kiss for Laurel Highlands to bring up 4th down. I'll bring out the punting unit again with 1:05 left here in the opening quarter. Again, 30-0.
Maybe
Laurel Highlands over Brownsville.
They might just go for it.
It's 4th and 28. You got A.J. Evans out to punt again. Gallagher took it back to the 5-yard line on the last run back. Standing back in the Mustang 43.
He's awfully deep for.
May get a running start on it. Clean snap coming back to Evans. Left foot into the ball. And a nice kick here going to Rod at the 40-yard line. Here's Gallagher on the run back. Gets around Black with a little shake and bake into Brownsville territory. Spin move. He might go through the whole team. Down the near sideline and brought down from behind with a flag on the play. Might have been a horse collar tackle. It was brought down there by Rayshawn Walker. Another nice run back there from Gallagher, Steve, with 19 seconds left here in the opening quarter.
Little shake and bake, as you said, Brian. He was just floating through everyone. No one could.
Waiting for the official to sort things out. That's going to be a block in the back against the Mustangs. So not a horse collar. Push the football back to the 38-yard line. So that's where Laurel Highlands will start 1st and 10. 19 seconds left here in this opening quarter. Mustangs up 30-0. Again, back at Bill Power Stadium at last check. Uniontown a 7-6 lead over Carrick, trying to snap the longest losing streak of 35 games in the state of Pennsylvania. Gallagher out of the shotgun. Allen off to his right. Triple right formation. Allen gets the handoff with plenty of running room. Allen inside the 30-25. Cuts back at the 20 and brought down. Might have fumbled it at the 15-yard line.
He did fumble it.
Let's see who has the football. You have Black, Steve, hobbling now for Brownsville. I think the Mustangs got back on it.
There's no signal. The officials did not give a signal.
Which I would take that to believe it's Laurel Highlands football.
The quarter's going to run out.
That'll do it for one quarter of football. Laurel Highlands 30, Brownsville nothing. We're back with the second quarter in 60 seconds here on the C.R. Barada Group High School Sports Night.
It's a fact, we go your way all around every day. It's a fact, we're striving harder to get you farther.
Have you ever been at a FACT bus stop and wondered where your bus was? Now you can track all FACT fixed route buses in real time. Go to factbus.com or download the FACT Bus Route app for your cell phone or tablet from the Google App Store. It's free. And don't forget, all FACT fixed route buses now have free Wi-Fi. For more information and for rates and routes, go to factbus.com or call 724-628-RIDE.
Forget the fuss and grab the bus. Come along and ride with us. It's a fact, we're Fayette County Public Transit.
Back here at historic Redstone Field, ready to start the second quarter. Mustangs now working left to right as we describe it. Haven't seen any action, Steve, in that end zone off to our right.
No.
Billy's going to have to turn the camera around. Get a look at the Mustangs moving left to right. Again, next week, we're up at Joe Montana Stadium for the Mustangs and the Ringgold Rams on the air at 6 o'clock with our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. Opening kick set for 7 o'clock. 1st and 10 now for Laurel Highlands. From the Brownsville 15-yard line. Gallagher out of the gun. Twin receivers to each side. Allen to his right. Coming in motion to Monte Kiss. Inside handoff going to Eric Allen with a huge hole. Allen inside the 5. Lowers the shoulder at the goal line and gets in, just driving Bryce Horbick to the grass to increase the Laurel Highlands lead to 36-0 over Brownsville. 6 seconds into this second quarter. And for Allen, that's his second touchdown of the game. The Mustangs staying sharp here, Steve.
Yes, they are.
Now Radcliffe to try to increase the lead to 37-0. Clean snap coming back. Harry, a line drive kick, got it through again. So 6 seconds into the second quarter, it's 37-0 Laurel Highlands over Brownsville. We're back in 60 seconds here on the C.R. Barada Group High School Sports Night.
Lease Plumbing and Excavating, helping area residents with residential and commercial plumbing, gas, electric, and water lines, along with paving, concrete, and excavation site work for over 30 years. Building a new home, Lease does utility installation of water, gas, and sewage lines. Lease does maintenance work on all existing homes, too. Call 724-245-2950. That's 724-245-2950 for your quote. Lease wishes all the area football teams good luck this season from Lee's Plumbing and Excavating.
Trinity United Presbyterian Church in Uniontown is celebrating the church building's 125th anniversary. The first weekend of October will be filled with events to commemorate Trinity's historical church presence here in Uniontown. Here's a list of what will be going on. Friday, October 1st at 7:30 p.m., there will be a free organ concert at the church building, located at 79 West Fayette Street. Saturday, October 2nd from noon to 5, bring the family to Story Square for music, games, and food. And on Sunday, October 3rd, join us for worship at 11 a.m. to hear Trinity's chancel and handbell choirs. We hope to see you this October.
Back here at Redstone Field, 37-0. Laurel Highlands leading Brownsville. 6 seconds into the second quarter, and the kickoff going all the way back to Black. He has to pick it up. That's a loose and a hot football. He's finally going to pick it up at the 2-yard line, try to spin forward, and he goes nowhere. So why was he hesitating there, Steve?
Well, he probably thought it was going to go in the end zone, but, here in the grass, it just doesn't. That's a live football. And I don't know if he thought it was a punt or what he thought, but...
even if it was a punt, you might want to scoop it up.
Right.
So we've already had one safety in this game. Black was tackled in the end zone back at the 10:46 mark of the opening quarter. Now Brownsville starting this drive from their own 2-yard line again. And the Falcons have to go 98 yards. We saw Pelahak and Black both have been banged around in this game. Pelahak back in at the quarterback position. Has protector back to each side. Another dangerous spot here for the Falcons. Pelahak takes the snap, QB draw, and he maybe gets a yard. He actually might have lost a yard, Steve, from where they're spotting it at.
No, but it's
back
a good,
of the one.
good job by Pelahak to get out of the end zone.
Correct. It'll be 2nd and 10. They're going to roll them down at the original line of scrimmage, the 2-yard line. 11:18 left before halftime. 37-0. Laurel Highlands over Brownsville. Now you have Black back in at quarterback. About 5 yards deep in the end zone. The shotgun snap, lost the football. It's loose, and the Mustangs recover for the touchdown. Scooped up in the end zone by Daniel Carney.
Carney, Johnny on the spot. Yeah, tough break for the Falcons there, Brian. They're just getting a little overmatched. They'll do better when they play more, competition, more, teams in their, in their classification. But right now they're just getting overmatched by the Mustangs.
Now down 43-0 at the 11:02 mark of the second quarter. And you mentioned up next for Brownsville, Steve, they'll play their conference opener, and it's not going to be an easy game here either next week. Elizabeth Forward, they're always strong.
Yes.
Now Radcliffe to add another extra points. It's up on the way and good. So that increases the Laurel Highlands lead now to 44-0. 11:02 left before halftime. We're back in 60 seconds here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Magisterial District Judge Nathan Henning extends his best wishes to the Uniontown Red Raiders, Laurel Highlands Mustangs, and all our local teams for a successful season. District Judge Nathan Henning recognizes that a successful season requires teamwork. It is the result of the hard work of the players and coaches and the support of their families. Good luck to the Uniontown Red Raiders, Laurel Highlands Mustangs, and all our local teams for continued success this season. From Magisterial District Judge Nathan Henning.
Did you take your medications this morning? Apothecary Pharmacy now offers ApothePacks. All your medications come in pre-sorted packs organized by the date and time you take them. From seniors to caregivers to parents whose children take medications at school to travelers, ApothePacks helps people know when and how to take their medicines. It's free to make the switch from bottles. Call us at 724-437-7801. That's 724-437-7801 to get started with ApothePacks. Ask us about free delivery.
Antoine Black, a nice kickoff return there for Brownsville, taking it back to the 33-yard line where the Falcons will start. 1st and 10. Daniel Carney, the latest Laurel Highlands touchdown, recovered fumble in the end zone to the 11:02 mark of the second quarter. Radcliffe's kick makes it 44-0 Laurel Highlands. This has been one of the most dominant games, Steve. We've seen a lot of TJ games over the years.
Well, this is just tough because Brownsville's playing a lot of very, very young players.
Correct.
It's just
Pelahak again from a semi-loaded pistol, hands off to Black. Black a little stiff arm there on Carney, but Carney stays with it and will pull Black back for a loss on the play. Forward progress to the 29 still results in a 4-yard loss to bring up 2nd and 14. And we're talking, Steve, about the Brownsville schedule. Remember, they're playing in 3A. They were in 2A for a number of years, but on the last enrollment cycle actually got pushed up to 3A. And the rest of their schedule, Elizabeth Forward, South Park, South Allegheny, Mount Pleasant, South Moreland, Yock, and East Allegheny. There's going to be some tough games mixed in there.
It's going to be tough.
They're still looking for their first points of the season. They lost 44-0 against McGuffey last week, down 44-0 here at the 10:09 mark of the second quarter. Now facing a 2nd and 14. This handoff going to Antoine Black. And Black getting 2 up to the 31-yard line to bring up 3rd down and 12. Still 7-6 Uniontown over Carrick. That game in the second quarter back at Bill Power Stadium in Uniontown. And the Red Raiders trying to snap a 35-game losing streak. Carrick, Steve, also looking for their first win since the 2017 season. So both of those teams trying to end long losing streaks. End for one of them tonight. Kind of interesting, the Red Raiders managed to survive an entire coaching regime and a presidential administration without winning a single game. Cedric Lloyd spent 4 years as Uniontown's head coach to not pick up a win, and the Red Raiders' last win actually came over Laurel Highlands back in 2016, and here's an interception. The Mustangs with Tajai Hooper on the pick, and he's trying to make it a pick six. He'll take it back inside the 10 down to the 9-yard line. So Hooper getting his second interception of the season, and the Mustangs sit up with a 1st and goal here at the 9-yard line. They might get 50 here, Steve, before halftime.
And you give the Mustangs credit, the coaching staff credit. They had a lot of their reserves in there. Gallagher not in, Allen was not in on that play. So they're at least...
kids still have to play, though.
Yep. You're trying to get some younger kids some experience. The official coming over to the Mustang sideline. Let's see what he's going to chat about.
I would not be surprised if we see short quarters for the second half, if both teams agree upon it. I mean, when the game gets to 44-0, I don't think it's doing either team much good.
Well, it's going to be 50 here in about 1 or 2 plays, probably.
Jerry already put 50 up, I think, on the South Union side.
He did not. I'm watching his broadcast.
He's ready for it, though.
Oh, no, over there, he's got it. He's
Here's
ready.
Gallagher calling his own number, spins inside the 5, and he's in.
Yep,
so there you go, 50-0. Laurel Highlands over Brownsville. 8:49 left before halftime. Gallagher a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Mustangs, Steve, have scored 3 touchdowns in just over 3 minutes.
Well, I know we talked about
quarter.
Was it 2008 when they beat Southmoreland 56-0?
Yes, that was the biggest win in Laurel Highlands school history.
Well, this has to be a record for the first half.
I would think so. I don't have the halftime numbers, but I'd have to agree with you unless that game was 56-0 at halftime and nobody scored in the second half.
Right. Delay a game. It's going to push Radcliffe back 5 yards.
And that 56-0 win over the Scotties back in 2008. And the Mustangs have an opportunity here to get to not only 3-0 for the first time since 1976, but also get their biggest win margin-wise in school history.
I don't think Radcliffe's out there, is he?
And I have a backup kicker here. And that would be Matt Lucas, who's also a member of the soccer team. So they're going to give Lucas an opportunity here on the kick. From 25 yards out, clean snap coming back. Lucas has a great leg and shows it there. No doubt about that one. Lucas with a blast, and it's 51-0. 8:49 left before halftime. We're back in 60 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Going on now at C. Harper Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox for only $259 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevyEast.com. Chevrolet. Find new roads. Lease is for GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months and 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 cash rate equity down with GM Lease Loyalty or GM Lease Conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is for tax, title fees, and first payment. Sale ends September 30th, 2021. While supplies last. Call dealer for all other details at 724-668-2231.
Matt Lucas kicks off for Laurel Highlands, and on the run back, taking it back to the 31-yard line for Brownsville is Antoine Black. So the Falcons will start 1st and 10. Uniontown has scored again, Steve. They're up 14-6 over Carrick midway through the second quarter.
Go Red Raiders.
Head coach Keith Jeffries an opportunity to pick up his first win as the Red Raiders head coach. They lost their opener last week, 34-0 against Perry, but up Again, 14-6 over Carrick tonight.
Wonder if Coach Jeffries will get a Gatorade bath.
You would think he would have to.
Yeah.
They'd have to give him one. Team hasn't won a game since 2016. Pelahak back out of a semi-loaded pistol here for Brownsville. Takes the snap. Handoff goes to Black on the far side. Cuts up the field and gets up to the 35-yard line for a 4-yard gain to bring up 2nd down and 6. Well, the Red Raiders' numbers, Steve, have increased. We saw them last year against Albert Gallatin, 20 kids or so on the team. Had 38 last week against Perry. They might even increase those player totals as the season goes on, with more kids getting used to some heat acclimation drills. And of course, Laurel, Highlands, and Uniontown will meet in the final game of the season in late October. And the game will be played at Bill Power Stadium. 7:57 left here before halftime. Laurel Highlands up 51-0 over Brownsville. Pelahak, handoff Black up the middle. No room there. Bounces it out on the far side. Black lowers the shoulder and gets 3, maybe 4, up to the 38. Now bring up 3rd down and 2. And the Red Raiders mainly playing City League teams. They will play Albert Gallatin next week. Also have Ringgold on the docket as well. And of course playing Laurel Highlands at the end of the season. And talking to some of the members of the coaching staff, including Keith Jeffries last week, he said they felt it was a little bit easier to schedule some of the City League opponents instead of going down to West Virginia and Maryland like we've seen Albert Gallatin do the last couple of years. Call this 3rd and 3 for Brownsville from their own 38. Pelahak again back out of the gun. He'll take the snap, run the whole way, flag on the play, and Pelahak should have enough for the 1st down. He did drop the ball going out of bounds, but we'll check the flag, which was thrown back to the 36.
Yeah, it's like an umpire in baseball. You got to widen the strike zone when the team's down by a lot. I think the official would be a little bit more lenient with the holding calls at this point.
It'll be a
face mask.
Offensive face mask against Brownsville. Don't see that called very often.
5-yard version.
Other games around the region tonight. California at Waynesburg. That should be a competitive game. Albert Gallatin at home tonight. And they're hosting Northern Garrett from Maryland.
Tell you what, you look to the right there in that corner. You don't see too many big trees that close to the field.
No.
Like they're almost overhanging the pylon there, aren't they?
Yes. What you spot in a 51-0 second quarter game. 3rd and 10. Pelahak rolling out to the near side. He's going to heave it deep into double coverage, and that pass is picked off, intercepted by Matt Lucas. And Lucas brought down from behind at the Brownsville 40-yard line. And he was tackled there by the freshman Bryce Horbick.
Flag. Late flag coming out. Somebody said something. I don't know if it was a Brownsville player or the Laurel Highlands players, but there were more Laurel Highlands players in that area where the official threw the flag. Let's see what the call is. Yeah, it was well after the play, though, Brian.
And had a little excessive celebration. Mustangs appear to be going backwards. We'll wait for the official call. They're going to talk to the Mustang coaching staff over here. Dead ball on sportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Mustangs. A lot of folks still tuning in, Steve, on our live stream. I have to thank them.
Wow.
51-0.
Well, it's a nice Friday night.
Yes.
Probably out on the back porch.
We'll try to keep you entertained the next couple of hours.
Light a nice night to light a fire. I don't know if our friend Jimmy Capuzzi's got a fireplace going tonight.
Might be the first good night to really have one out there. Great supporter. They have the COVID vaccines down at Peachin's Pharmacy inside the Peachin Superfood Mart.
That's where I got mine. What a view tonight, though.
Yes.
The moon. What is that? What is that? A crescent moon?
Yes.
What is that?
Nice sunsets.
Yep.
Laurel Highlands goes back to work, working left to right. Gallagher, and that one goes right through the hands of Keandre DeShields, falls incomplete. Clock stopped now, 6:16 left before halftime.
Yeah, they'll have a running clock in the second half.
Correct.
Still the first half, still a regulation time. And you wonder if they'll...
They're going to wind it now.
Yeah.
Even after the incomplete pass. With it being a non-conference game, I think if both teams agree to that, they can do that. Now Gallagher back out of the gun. Allen to his right. Triple left formation from the Laurel Highlands 46. Takes the snap. Now flushed out to the near side. He's going to heave it deep. Man open, and it's Joe Chambers at the 20-yard line. Chambers breaks a tackle, spins forward, and he's going to score from 54 yards out. Gallagher to Chambers.
Wow, Anthony Evans had a shot at him, just could not wrap him up. And Chambers just too big and too strong. Was able to bust away, and the Mustangs continue to roll. You wish you could save some of these, kind of like when you're on a birdie roll, Brian, when you're playing golf. You like to save some of those for when you need them.
A 54-yard touchdown pass.
Lucas going to kick again, and he actually has a pretty... Mustangs have two really good kickers for high school football. I think that's... I believe that's number 5, isn't it?
Correct. He's a heck of a soccer player. They had a big win last night down at Thomas Jefferson. 1-0. Opening conference game. They'll play at Bell Vernon tomorrow as the extra point added on from Lucas. And it's 58-0, 5:42 left before halftime. We're back in 60 here in the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Family owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
For attorney Melinda Delarose, helping people with compassionate counseling, candid legal advice, strong advocacy, and professional commitment is what she does best. With an office at 99 East Main Street in downtown Uniontown, attorney Delarose specializes in family law, municipal law, and general civil litigation, as well as personal injury, estate planning, probate, and more. For more information, call attorney Melinda Delarose, 724-437-3200, 724-437-3200, or online at delaroselaw.com.
Antoine Black taking the kick back to the 26-yard line for Brownsville. It's where the Falcons will start. 1st and 10, 5:32 left before halftime. And yes, the score on your screen is correct if you're watching our Facebook Live feed. 58-0, Laurel Highlands over Brownsville.
With 5 minutes and 30 seconds in the second quarter. That's... Well, they had a lot of easy scores, Brian, and Brownsville just no resistance, and they gave them a touchdown, a safety pretty much, right?
Just 8 touchdowns scored in the first half for the Mustangs.
A little bit of everything.
Late substitution coming on here for Laurel Highlands. And 65, Caden Walters take his position on the defensive line. Pelahak out of a semi-loaded pistol, pitch going back to Black, and Black across the 25, getting to another flag on the play. It appears there, Steve, throwing the 31 on the far side, unless a flag fell out of a official's pockets.
Notice a lot of the Mustang starters on defense are not in the game now.
Is that a divot out there, Steve? Looks like a flag, or is that just a divot on the far side, right by the 31?
That's a flag. That's a flag. That is definitely a yellow flag.
They're going to pick it up. Good to see our buddy Dave Ryder back here, Steve, from Penn State Fayette.
Yeah.
Keeping the clock down here at Brownsville tonight.
See Dave most Sundays at church, and he's always doing the clock. And he does some officiating. He does basketball. I think he does baseball. And first time we've seen him do football clock.
2nd and 8. Pelahak, another handoff there to Black. Black down close to the 30-yard line. With a 2-yard gain. Might have lost the football there late. I think they're going to roll him down.
People don't realize.
No, they said he fumbled there, Steve, and they're going to give the football to Laurel Highlands on the recovery.
Wow, people don't. I was going to say, people don't realize how many people it takes to run one of these football games. You know, you got to have
a lot of staff. You got your downs, stick guys down there.
Yep, stick guys. You got your
parking personnel, snack bar people.
Pretty well organized snack bar tonight.
Yes.
Interesting, you had to buy tickets to the right and then go over there. That was interesting how they did that. Made the line move pretty fast, though, didn't it?
Yes, it did. It's only down there for a couple seconds. Got my food. 4:24 left before halftime. It's 58-0. Laurel Highlands over Brownsville. That is the correct score.
And let's see if we're going to have
new quarterback, C.J. Soltis, coming in here for the Mustangs.
He's the transfer from Uniontown.
Correct. Did not play last week. Did not dress last week. But in there now. Soltis takes the snap. Inside handoff. Eric Allen already has 2 scores. Looking for another one inside the 20, inside the 15, inside the 10. Allen still going, and he'll take it down close to the 5-yard line. So Eric Allen, a 25-yard run, setting up a 1st and goal here for Laurel Highlands.
Wow, we're gonna get over 60 here in the first half. That has got to be close to WPIAL record, I would think.
The funny thing is, Steve, our view count on Facebook Live is increasing as the Mustang lead is increasing.
People want to see what's going on.
Yes. It's almost got to the point you want to see how high they can get it. Now the 1st and goal here at the Brownsville 7. 3:23.
If you're tuning in to watch
left before
Mr. Gallagher, and you're probably not going to get to see too much more of him tonight, I wouldn't think.
Soltis out of the gun. Allen off to his right. CJ takes the snap, inside handoff. Eric Allen, and Allen trying to bounce it out, now cuts back forward and gets close to the 5-yard line. So about a 2, maybe 3-yard run there for Eric Allen. Could have easily been stopped for a loss on the play. We'll set up 2nd down and goal. A reminder, after our game wraps up, stay tuned for the Triple Live Scoreboard Show with Don Rebel. Don will be on with all of the high school football scores going until midnight tonight. We also let you know earlier that at last check, Uniontown a 14-6 lead over Carrick. Middle of the 2nd quarter there. We'll try to get another update from Uniontown head basketball coach Rob Kesmarski, who's keeping us updated tonight. Appreciate Rob helping us out. 2nd and goal now from the Brownsville 5. Soltis pulling it down, calling his own number. Had a rushing touchdown 2 weeks ago and almost got another one there as he spun down at the 1-yard line. Picked up 4, was tackled on the play by Xavier Thomas, number 2. We have 3rd down and goal. We're down at 2:10 left before halftime. You have some guys, Steve, itching to get in on the near side. Friel and Yorkchick wanted in on the offensive side. They're going to let Friel in. Probably be a tight formation here. 3rd and goal from the 1. With 1:50 left before halftime. The fullback, John Deeks, in there. You mentioned, Steve, the depth the Mustangs have, and I'll finish the thought here after this play, and now we have flags come in. You mentioned the multiple kickers. How about the multiple quarterback options you have? You have Gallagher, you have Chambers, and you have Soltis, which I'd all be comfortable with all 3 of them out there.
Yeah, I thought Chambers did a great job last year, actually. I was surprised that they chose not to put him at quarterback this year. He's at receiver, and he's doing a nice job there. But I thought he did pretty good. But, with a multi-talented Gallagher, you want to get the ball in his hands as much as possible.
And a pre-snap penalty there against the Mustangs. Will push it back to the 6-yard line. Clock still rolling, down to 1:27 left before halftime.
I believe that was the right guard, number 76.
Now Soltis out of the shotgun. Allen stays off to his right. He'll take the snap. Single coverage far side. Puts it up. Jump ball. And brought down in the end zone for a Mustang touchdown. That's Keandre again.
Yep.
Just out-jumped the defensive back. So C.J. Soltis to Keandre DeShields. And the lead increased now to 64-0. 6-yard TD pass.
And the Mustang band is underneath the goalpost. Going to entertain us at halftime.
Actually got multiple requests for Billy to show more of the band and cheerleaders this week. That's a line drive kick, and it's good again from Matt Lucas. So 1:07 left before halftime, 65-0. Laurel Highlands over Brownsville. We're back in 60 here in the C. Alvarado Group High School Sports Night.
When you are looking to make some extra cash for your aluminum cans, visit Cherokee Recycling, where aluminum can is king. Cherokee Recycling is open Monday through Friday, 9 till 5, and Saturdays, 8 till 12 noon, closed Sundays and holidays. Give Marcus or Rags a call today at 724-439-3228 for Cherokee Recycling, where recycling makes the most sense.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and Save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Kickoff into the end zone for a touchback. And Brownsville, Steve, 107 left before halftime. And Billy, I'm just messing with you. Trying to have some fun with our cameraman, Billy Dice, on our last commercial break. And Brownsville with Pelahak back out of the shotgun. He'll take the snap. Well, miscommunication there. Look out. Handoff goes to Black. Flag on the play. Black on the far side, and multiple flags coming in. He had multiple blocks in the back there, Steve. Play resulted in a 5-yard loss. How do you like those new binoculars?
You know what? They're pretty good. My son got me these. And
you had 4 flags down on the play. Go ahead.
They're HD high-tech binoculars. Supposedly I can use my cell phone camera and take pictures through these things.
Nice. I love technology. Might be able to go to Bill Power Stadium, Steve, catch the second half of Uniontown and Carrick. We get multiple video games on tonight. And then Uniontown at last check up 14-6.
Well, we're going to have a pretty quick second half, I would think. The running clock, and like you said, they may, which we've never seen them do before. I don't think I recall that. They may do shorter quarters as well.
Uniontown now 28-6.
Wow.
Over Carrick.
The streak will end.
Well, not over yet. We've seen crazier things happen. They're still in the second quarter there. Handoff going to Black. Here's Antoine Black trying to make a little magic here for Brownsville. Gets across the 20 up to the 21-yard line. 12-yard gain there for Black on the run. 30 seconds left before halftime. And again, Uniontown entered tonight the longest losing streak in the entire state of Pennsylvania, 35 games. That's about to come to an end. If they can hang on, they're up 22 going to the locker room at Bill Power Stadium tonight. 65-0 here, and Brownsville's just going to let the clock wind down, and that'll take us into halftime. 65-0. Laurel Highlands over Brownsville here at the half. We're back to recap some of the first half numbers for you in a moment. Stay tuned for our halftime show. It's brought to you by Peachin's Pharmacy, located inside the downtown Connellsville Peachin Market. It comes your way next, 65-0. Laurel Highlands over Brownsville here at the break. We're back in just a moment here on WMBS, the Turbo Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
It's football season, and before you know it, snow. It's not too early to think about winter tires. Tireman Auto Garage has the cheapest prices in town on new and used tires, winter tires, plus semi-truck tires, and more. Add credit, no credit, financing's available through ACIMA with only $53 down. Tireman's Auto Garage also offers alignments at the cheapest prices in town, Pennsylvania State Inspection, and so much more. Tireman's Auto Garage, next to Sherwin-Williams. 724-425-9606.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowls Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowlsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Hello, everyone. I'm John Marietta. the hillbilly. I'm running for Recorder of Deeds in Fayette County to restore honor and integrity to our government. I want to make our government accountable to the people who matter the most, the voters. It's time for government to start looking out for the interests of the people, not the interests of bureaucrats. I would appreciate your vote on November 2nd. Thank you, and God bless.
Paid for by John Marietta for We the People.
McClure and Wolf, certified public accountants. Your full-service accounting firm serving the tri-state area since 1926 is conveniently located at 538 Morgantown Street in Uniontown, offering tax, accounting, auditing, payroll, management advisory, and estate planning services. McClure and Wolf.
Let Hill shop and save.
We're back here at Redstone Field. As we told you before the timeout there, Steve, it looks like we're going to have 6-minute quarters here for the second half, so that'll make things quick at 65-0 here at halftime.
Well, that will definitely make it go a little faster. So, and with a running clock, so that should take about a half an hour, we would think, right?
If that. Buddy Rob Berchani up here from the Herald Standard today. Good to see Rob in the house. Looks like C.J. Soltis will be the Mustang quarterback to start the third quarter. Brian Morozak alongside Steve Subert, Billy Dice behind the camera on Facebook Live, and Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Again, when we wrap things up, stay tuned for the Trib Live scoreboard show with Don Rebel. It'll get underway at 9:30. Nick might have some bonus coverage after we wrap up some of the Trib Live games as well to take you up until 9:30. I know Bell Vernon in a 21-7 game right now. It's one of the games being offered by the Trib Live High School Sports Network. So 6 minutes on the clock here to start the third quarter. Looks like Matt Lucas will do the kicking off duties here for the Mustangs. And Brownsville with Anthony Evans back deep to receive. And another nice kickoff there from Lucas. Has Evans back at the 10. Has the 20 near side, 25. Evans still on his feet, lost the football. Scrum is on, and the Mustangs recovered. Wow. Brownsville just can't catch a break, Steve.
No.
And the Mustangs get it back here at the Brownsville 29.
For some reason, the clock stopped.
Change of possession with 5:49 left. I know you're keeping the I think you're keeping the elapsed time, but you stopped your clock too. So why'd you stop your clock?
I don't know. I'm just I shouldn't have stopped it.
All eyes on you, Steve. And it's not going to be C.J. Soltis. It's going to be 17, John Duke. Duke, the 5'8", 160 freshman, will start here out of the shotgun. And he'll pull it down, look to run here on the near side as a 25-20, and Duke with a flag on the play gets out of bounds at the 18-yard line for a 10-yard pickup. We'll check the flag.
Holding.
They stopped the clock on the penalty again there, Steve, with 5:24 left. Just like Duke's run might be coming back. Referee's taking a little while here to sort things out. Goes on Laurel Highlands. But a spot penalty. So actually we're going to do 1st and 10 all over again, Steve.
Yeah.
Duke has Tristan Baker off to his right, twin receivers to each side. Duke will take the snap. Was ran into Baker. Duke calls his own number again up the middle and gets down to the 25-yard line. 3-yard gain there for Duke to bring up 2nd and 7.
He fumbled it, but he bounced right back in his hands as he was falling down. It's a good bounce for
I wonder if these two schools are going to play a JV game tomorrow, Steve.
Well, that'd be hard to. I mean, look at the roster for Brownsville. Who they have left that could play?
They'd have the same kids playing again.
Yeah.
The Duke again back out of the shotgun. Baker again to his right. 2nd and 7. High snap coming back. Baker gets the football this time up the middle and takes it down to the 22. And I'll bring up 3rd down and 3 with 4:25 left here in the third quarter. Again, we have shortened quarters here for the second half. 6 minutes for both the third and the fourth. Both of these teams can get on their way into next week. Laurel Highlands traveling to Ringgold. Brownsville will host Elizabeth Forward. Mustangs with the win, improving to 3-0 for the first time since 1976. Bring a man in motion here. High snap coming back. Jet sweep here on the near side. That's going to Hunter Kuzer. Hunter takes it down to the 25. Actually lost a yard on the play. Bring up fourth down. Now Kuzer getting a carry. We have 3:44 left here in the third. Line of scrimmage, the Brownsville 25. Give Lucas a chance here, Steve, at a long field goal. They're going to go for it. Would have been about a 42-yard attempt. With his leg, would have been interesting to see. Triple right formation, Duke might put it up. Rolls out here to the near side, throws on the run, has a man, Kuzer, but it's going to be stopped short of the first down at the Brownsville 20-yard line. So the Falcons take over on downs, 3:13 left here in the third, 65-0 Laurel Highlands. We're back in 30 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Going on now with CR for Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox for only $259 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit charperchevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly for $3,000 cash rate equity down with GM Lease Loyalty or GM Lease Conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Sale ends September 30th, 2021. Plus supplies last. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
Back here at Redstone Field, Brownsville now with the football, their first possession of the third quarter. 2:51 left on a running clock here in the third. You have Hunter Pelahak remaining in as the quarterback. Handoff going here to Evans, and that's A.J. Evans with a nice run. Getting close to a Brownsville first down with a late flag coming in. Evans brought down right around the 30-yard line. Hunter Kuzer calling his name a lot here in the second half. Made the tackle for Laurel Highlands defensively. They do stop the clock, Steve, on these penalties.
Yep.
A face mask against the Mustangs. Personal foul against Laurel Highlands. Take the football down to the 45. So Brownsville take the free yardage.
The best field position they've had.
Right on that. Pelahak back out of the pistol set, semi-loaded pistol from the Brownsville 45. Pelahak takes the snap. Another inside handoff, and this one going to number 26, Cameron Howard, and Howard goes to the midfield stripe. Gain of 5 to bring up 2nd and 5 with 2:17 left here in the third. And at last check, Uniontown up 28-6 over Carrick. Red Raiders entered the night 35-game losing streak, longest in the state of Pennsylvania. That appears that it might get snapped tonight. Another semi-loaded pistol here for Pelahak on the 2nd and 5. This carry going back to A.J. Evans again, and Evans inside the 40-35, run out of bounds. And A.J. Evans, a 15-yard gain and a Brownsville first down. As the Falcons looking for their first points of the season, trying to avoid the donut here tonight. Most of the Mustangs out there, Steve, actually third-teamers for the most part.
Well, that's good to get these kids some experience under the lights on TV, if you will, Facebook.
1st and 10 here again for Brownsville. From the Laurel Highlands 35. Pelahak staying in that semi-loaded pistol. Another handoff going there to Cameron Howard. And Howard only getting a couple there, Steve, if any. Driven back at the 35. He's going to be stopped for no gain on the play to bring up 2nd and 10. Not much advance there from Cameron Howard. Already down to the final minute of this third quarter. 46 seconds left here in the third.
Tristan McCoy, number 32, the sophomore, 5'10" sophomore with a really good tackle there for the Mustangs.
Final 30 seconds of this third quarter. 2nd and 10 for Pelahak and the Falcons. And A big penetration there defensively from Laurel Highlands 33. That's Parker Hoff making the initial hit for a 5-yard loss on the play. Back to the 39-yard line.
That'll be the end of the third quarter.
And the score 65-0. Laurel Highlands over Brownsville. Are back with a 4th and 60 seconds in the C.R. Piranha Group High School Sports Night.
Be part of something great. WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital is expanding rapidly and seeking nurses who want to grow with us. Join WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital for a nursing job fair on September 23rd from 3 to 6 p.m. at River House Cafe on 506 McKean Avenue in Charleroi. Join us to learn more about career opportunities across all nursing disciplines and to learn more about our sign-on bonus of up to $15,000 for bedside RNs. Nursing and hospital leaders will be on hand to discuss open positions, bonuses, loan assistance, dependent tuition, our nurse residency program, clinical ladder advancement, and more. 30-minute time blocks have been established to ensure you get one-on-one time and direct answers to any questions that you may have. The job fair is an RSVP event. Please call 724-430-5243 to reserve your time today. Hors d'oeuvres and refreshments will be served. We hope to see you for the Nursing Job Fair event, September 23rd from 3 to 6 p.m. at the River House Cafe in Charleroi.
Back here at Redstone Field, start of the fourth quarter. Again, just 6 minutes up on the scoreboard clock, and it's rolling already. Brownsville with the football facing it. 3rd down and 14 from the Laurel Highlands 39.
Dave Ryder must have somewhere to go. He got that clock moving already.
Well, the referee started to wind it. There's Pelahak. Little screen on the far side in the flat, and again going nowhere.
Yeah, nice
Great
job
penetration there from McCoy again with the hit on Evans. Goes as a 5-yard loss to bring up 4th down.
This is good for the Mustangs to get some young players in, some really good, make some good defensive plays. Good for their confidence, and you just never know when they're, at some point this year, some of these young kids may get pressed into duty.
Yeah, with injuries, you never know what's going to happen down the line.
You never know.
5:10 left here in the fourth. You'd expect from this position of the field, the Laurel Highlands 44-yard line. Brownsville just might heave one deep. Why not?
Whoever thought we'd have a guy named the Duck quarterback in the Steelers at one point, right?
Yep. Duck Hodges 2 years ago. The Mustangs plenty of depth at the skilled positions. 2 great kickers. I think 3 quarterbacks that'd be comfortable going to at any time. Triple right formation here for Pelahak and the Falcons. They fumbled the snap coming back there to keep it alive on a little pitch, and Evans just got blown up by Hunter Kuzier right around the midfield stripe.
Yeah, the Mustangs reserve defensive players really doing a nice job after that first play that they gave up some big yards, and now somebody's
Evans
down. Yep.
After getting blown up on that last play. So an injury timeout, 65-0 Mustangs. He'll take over on downs. We're back in 60 seconds. Laurel Highlands up 65-0 here on the C.R. Piranha Group High School Sports Night.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowls Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowlsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Get blown away with the savings at Riverside Family Market. Now through Wednesday, score big savings with boneless, skinless chicken breast, just $2.49 a pound. Check out the 10 for $10 mix and match specials. And in Riverside's produce department, Idaho potatoes, 5 pounds, $1.99. Deli specials include honeysuckle turkey breast, $4.99 a pound. And bakery specials include a fall favorite, freshly baked pumpkin cookies, just $3.99. Riverside Family Market in Grindstone and Point Marion. Shop Monday through Saturday until 8, Sunday till 5.
Back here at Redstone Field, still in an injury timeout situation. That's the one thing you don't want to see, Steve, in this kind of a situation. 65-0, 4:36 left on the clock, and hate to see an injury on either side.
I mean, he's got his, he's sitting with his knees up in the air, so that's a good sign.
And hopefully they'll be able to get Evans off the field here quickly, and he'll be all right. Players taking knees on both sides. We'll step aside for another quick 30-second timeout. 4:36 left, 65-0. Laurel Highlands over Brownsville here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
It's a fast
We're striving harder to get you farther. Have you ever been at a FACT bus stop and wondered where your bus was? Now you can track all FACT fixed route buses in real time. Go to factbus.com or download the FACT Bus Route app for your cell phone or tablet from the Google App Store. It's free. And don't forget, all FACT fixed route buses now have free Wi-Fi. For more information and for rates and routes, go to factbus.com or call 724-628-RIDE.
Forget the fuss and grab the bus. Come along and ride with us. It's a fact. We're Fayette County Public Transit.
Back here at Redstone Field, and finally, looks like maybe some positive news down here, Steve, on the Brownsville side.
Well, he's sitting up. He was moving his legs around. They got him sitting up now, so I don't know if he can get up on his own, but can't tell. I got the trainer. He's kind of blocking the way here. He's right at midfield, right in the white logo, the Brownsville logo that they have painted on the grass.
And Steve, Uniontown now up 34-6 over Carrick. 6:57 left in the third, so the Red Raiders tacking on another touchdown.
He's up.
Now, good news there on the Brownsville side. Injured player making his way over to the sidelines.
He just looks like he's walking a little wobbly there, Brian. Looks like he got his just got his wits knocked about him a little bit. Just gotta, hopefully he's okay.
We get back to action. The Mustangs will have the football back here from midfield. .429 left on a running clock. They'll bring out C.J. Soltis. Give him a little more time. The Mustangs backup quarterback.
Yeah, I was going to say, they didn't give him too many snaps. So.
Had a touchdown pass to Keandre DeShields late in the second quarter. We'll get an opportunity to run this drive for Laurel Highlands. Be an inside handoff. And taking it down inside the 45, down to the 44-yard line is Tristan Baker. Baker only a freshman, 5'10", 175 pounds. Actually had one of his family members call him. Maybe we'll see some Tristan Baker in the second half, and we have.
There you go.
5-yard gain, bring up 2nd and 5. I think Soltis wants to throw the football, and I don't think they're going to let him.
No.
Wants to have a little fun out there.
Probably not.
3:35.
Starting to see some activity in the parking lot to our right, Brian. Cars are starting to file out. Of course, with only 3 minutes left, that's with an injury. This it's going pretty quick with just 6-minute quarters here.
Triple left formation here for the Mustangs. Soltis again out of the shotgun. They're coming after him. He's going to throw a little quick out over the head of the intended wide receiver there. That was 24, Ethan Brewer, another freshman. Bring up 3rd down. Have to thank Brownsville Athletic Director Scooter Roebuck for the accommodations here today. Stephen, a nice setup for us up here, up high. Good view of the field.
Yeah.
Didn't have any drama tonight, and that was a good thing.
No.
Did not have to say why does there always have to be a problem. There are no problems tonight. Everything went smoothly.
Tonight.
Have to thank Scooter and his staff. Again, next week, on the road again.
No, they were even nice to us when we pulled in the parking lot.
We're up at Carroll Township, Joe Montana Stadium for the Mustangs and the Ringgold Rams. Hunter Kuzier here on a jet sweep on 3rd down is going to have a Mustang first down inside the 40. Takes it down to the 36-yard line. Was tackled on the play there by Cameron Howard.
You know, I don't like that stadium. I like the stadium, but I
just don't like the press box.
Well,
I was talking to Jerry from the South Union Township Sports Network. He said there might be an opportunity. He thinks maybe we can get some tables set up outside the press box.
Yeah, we still got to walk upstairs, up those.
But you wouldn't be inside the press box, though.
No, I don't mind that. I just
we'll
getting
see.
Up there. It's just.
Ringgold's usually pretty hospitable to us.
Oh no, they're hospitable. It's just I'm afraid of heights.
I know. We'll try to make some accommodations. Might have to medicate you a little bit before going up there next week. Mustangs with quad left here on the formation. Now they're going to reposition Leonard Leland Leahy, excuse me, out to the far side. And Soltis takes the snap. Not much going on there. He's going to have to eat it. Back of the 41-yard line, 5-yard loss on the play. I'll bring up third down.
You talk about, though, that's probably one of the easiest places to find that we go to, right?
Just make sure you get off the right exit on 43.
Yeah.
As long as you get off the right exit, you'll be all right. I've actually gone by that exit by accident.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, then you got to go a ways, too, don't you?
Yeah, you get all the way down to Finleyville to turn around. 1:08 left here in the fourth quarter. Actually was down in that area, Steve, on Labor Day. They had a dog swim down at the South Park Wave Pool and took my dog Murray down there for his first time swimming.
How did he like it?
He loved it. Loved it. So that's how I spent my Labor Day after I played some golf in the morning.
Those dogs are naturals at swimming.
Yes. He picked it up real quick. 46 seconds left.
Hopefully you gave him a treat when he was done.
Yes. He'll be home waiting for me tonight when I get home. Soltis.
This might be the last play of the
fake.
game.
Actually, no, the handoff did go there to 33 Parker Hoff.
Well, that should do it.
Yep, they might have to run another play here. Line of scrimmage, the 46. Then next week, the Mustangs travel to Ringgold. Brownsville will host Elizabeth Ford, and that's the last play of the game. So Laurel Highlands is 3-0 for the first time since 1976. It was Gary Frankhauser's senior year of high school. He told us about it earlier. Well, they're 3-0 again with an opportunity to get to 4-0 next week against Ringgold. So 65-0 at halftime. Didn't have any scoring in the second half, and that's your final score, 65-0. Laurel Highlands over Brownsville. Back to tell you all about it on our postgame show, brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer, working hard for the residents of South Union Township. Comes your way next year on WM.
Fayette County needs a new recorder of deeds. I'm John Marietta, and I'm your man. It's time for you to step up and do your part and vote for me on November 2nd. Recorder of Deeds of Fayette County.
I don't want to be anything other than what I've been trying to be lately. All I have to do is think of me and I have peace of mind. I'm tired of looking around rooms thinking what I got to do, who I'm supposed to be. I don't want to be anything other than